You see that thing? When them gun, anybody will have it feel like they're more powerful, you know. Yeah? You know, a man lick a man car back on a Constant Spring Road only, so lick the man car back, you know. Cause you know them say when time you lick a man from him car back, are you wrong? Cause you shouldn't be so near to him, that's when you let him draw sudden breaks. You're not supposed to lick him. You're supposed to be at distance, not to lick him. Well, a man lick a man down there, and a man come out of him car with him gun in him hand, and box the brother who drive the car in front of him.
Before we get into the video, my people, you ever think about having your own pharmacy in your backyard? Yeah, man, your own natural pharmacy. Then check out today's sponsors, my people. Medicinal Garden Kit. Now, this one will provide you with 10 different powerful herbs that you can plant right in your backyard, my people. And you don't need a lot of space. You just need a little place, my people, for just shove these seeds in the earth and let them grow. In no time, you have some powerful herbs that you can use to empower the health, my people. Remember, your health is your responsibility. So it's super important to have these things in your backyard, just in case any health crisis attack you, my people. You can run in your backyard and you can put on some tea and you can knock with that quick, my people. Remember, herb is the healing of the nation. So, my people, check out the link in the description for more information about this, where they'll be breaking down all the benefits of these 10 powerful herbical plants that you can have in your backyard. Check it out, my people.
The herbs are for the healing of the nation.
Good night. Today I with you upon the cutting edge. And next Wednesday night, this is the October we there, no? Yeah, October we now. Yeah, man. We feel good tonight because guess what? The rain stopped fall from in the afternoon and I know it's cool. It's not hot, it's cool. Yes, we're there with you. Yes, that's how we started, you know. Yes. Cutting edge. How long we are going to know? Till a long time, trust me, before most of you will listen to me band. We did there. We not come like we slow down. We don't slow down at all. Because we have this thing I do and we have to do it. Continue to do it. So, we hear a news that come out say the war in Palestine there between the Israeli and the Arabs. Trump, the three of them attack between the Hamas. So the three group attack, Hamas, Israel and Trump, and them come to a arrangement for ceasefire and for release all the hostage them. Yes, so we're going to see how that will work out. Yes, release all of the hostage them and ceasefire. Now we don't know why me feel say the man them will release the hostage them and then Netanyahu will start back the war. Yeah, that man where it comes to me like I saw him steer. It comes to me like I saw him steer. But Africa must be on them own because in South Sudan, a bigger genocide are going. I will not compare genocide, but because South Sudan have the wherewithal to release the atrocities we are doing over there, like we are in Israel. Israel is a more modern, up-to-date place where the news will go out there fast and quicker. You know, so you will see it by television more, especially when you look on one of them CNN, MSNBC channel there. But South Sudan, one of the people them remember that South Sudan, some terrible things are going on down there. Terrible things. And we must not go on like say, we are exempt from certain things. Because you so near come to here now, IT. Yes. IT is one of the places them now where them still have them hype on it because of mineral resources and other things on there. And the Asian them have to go through all them things there. For years, America and France depend them. And now we hear says peer drug lord and peer criminal down there. And them are trying to get rid of them. Yes. We take a break and come forward. Break that. Tell you. I wish holiday come here now. I remember no holiday in October. Yeah. Anyway.
14 minutes to 11.
14 minutes, see there, I make a mistake already. Yeah, 14 minutes to 11. Okay, so before I forget, because the other thing I go here now, I'm going to forget a whole heap of things. Before I forget this, Alan Skill Cole, Thanksgiving celebration. So, listen good if you're interested. Listen. Thursday, which is tomorrow, October the 9th, 5 p.m., House of Dread. Everybody know House of Dread, eh? But if you don't know, 3 Dinner Road, right, a country farmhouse, behind country farmhouse. That is, obviously, is Skill Cole, I go there, trust me, I go there. Thursday, October the 9th, 5 p.m., House of Dread, 3 Dinner Road. Friday, October the 10th, 6 p.m. to midnight, the 12th Tribe of Israel headquarters, 81 to 83 Hope Road. So that's Friday, October the 10th, 6 p.m. to midnight, 12th Tribe of Israel, 81 to 83 Hope Road. Saturday, why Skill was supposed to tired when he go all of this. Saturday, October the 11th, 8 a.m., Earthsleeve Perry's funeral home, which relates to, I don't want to tell you which part and which part I'm going to go in at that same time there. Saturday, October the 11th. One, I'm going to go there, Cayman's Park. Yeah, I'm going to go there, Cayman's Park. You know, he's a man with love racers. Yeah, him love racers. 12 Tribe of Israel HQ, 5 minutes I'm going to go there. So it's a drive past thing. House of Dread again, them not going there long. Santos Football Club, 14 Diner Road. And then the National Indoor Center. But Alan, you're supposed to be tired when you're done all of this, man. So we want to repeat that again. Saturday, October the 11th, 8 a.m., Earthsleeve Perry's funeral home. And them is a relay them have now. Cayman's Park, 12 Tribe of Israel HQ, House of Dread, Santos Football Club, 14 Dinner Drive, and National Indoor Center, which out there now, they're going to have a big concert. They're going to start from 9 a.m. here, drumming and viewing of Alan, musical tribute by couple of artists. Well, I can't even name out the amount of artists them, but yes, it's there, so it's there. And then, it went out from 11 a.m. Yeah, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is after the drumming and thing. They're going to have a Thanksgiving service. That is between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. They're going to have a Thanksgiving service. And then procession lead to the cemetery at Shooter's Hill. So that is a itinerary there given to me by the organizers. Procession lead to the cemetery. After the concert, it leads to the cemetery. That's the National Indoor Center. Everybody knows about National Indoor Center there. All right, so I don't need to go back over that. Everybody hear what I say, but I can do it again. Thursday, October the 9th, 5 p.m., House of Dread, 3 Dinner Road. Friday, October the 10th, 6 p.m. to midnight, 12 Tribe of Israel, 81, 83 Hope Road. Saturday, October the 11th, 8 a.m., the Earthsleeve Perry's funeral home. And then you're going to go Cayman's Park, 12 Tribe of Israel HQ, House of Dread, Santos Football Club, National Indoor Center. And then we have drumming, viewing, and then the musical tribute. And then at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Thanksgiving service. And then the procession go to the cemetery that is in Shooters Hill. That is where it's going to happen. Okay, so we do that, we get that up. We know, say, we never want to forget it, or else I would be in serious problem with someone. Someone's had a serious problem because I treat somebody call me and tell me, say, remember to do it. Treat somebody call me and say, Muta, remember to do it, you know. How can I forget? Cherry, no, can't forget Cherry, man. I mean, I tell you, say, the amount of things that them happen, man, do they know? Trust me, man, you're going to see a miracle happen out there. Serious thing. We will go back to this tune, you know. It's a serious thing because, you know, people say, you're not really black, you know. You're not a black, you don't have no white people, you don't have no black people, but you know, Missy black woman and Missy white woman. Me go to Europe and see white woman. When I say white, I mean like no blood, no dead, so. White. When I say white, I mean white. Now we here. May I tell you? I see black woman in a Senegal. Tall and black. When I say black, if them stand up in the night, man. If them stand up in the night, the only thing you're going to know is somebody stand up there. If them have on a colored clothes, or if them open them mouth, because them teeth white like what? Missy black woman. So, when you hear a man talk about black, now they are white, this and that. You have black people, you have white people. Don't go person, you know, see it is yellow. Because them say Chinese are the yellow people, them, but I never say a yellow Chinese yet, but me say almost, what you call it, white. Not as white as the Canadian them do. But it's something with there. It's something with there. You may not see. I mean, me not see no Jamaican in a Jamaica where really black as it relates to black. Like when you go Africa there. Me I tell you, man. Anyway.
Empires and rich civilizations. Before Africa was carved apart by foreign hands, it was a continent of kingdoms, trade routes, empires, and rich civilizations. But in the late 19th century, a storm was brewing in Europe, one that would forever alter Africa's destiny. This is the untold story of how an entire continent was stolen. Not with bombs or battles, but with pens, lies, and a conference table. This is the Scramble for Africa, the Berlin Conference, a theft in silence. In 1884, in a cold room in Berlin, European powers, led by German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck, gathered to decide the fate of Africa. No African leaders were invited, no kings, no chiefs, no elders. 14 European nations and the United States drew borders like slicing a cake, claiming entire nations they didn't understand. Britain snatched East and Southern Africa. France grabbed the West. Belgium's King Leopold II seized the Congo. Not for Belgium, but for himself. He called it the Congo Free State. But it was anything but free. 10 million lives lost. Workers who failed rubber quotas had their hands cut off. One of history's forgotten genocides. African envoys wrote letters, pleaded, and sent messages for peace. But their words never made it past the European walls. Cultures, sovereignties, and histories reduced to zones of profit. By 1900, over 90% of Africa was under European rule. Entire civilizations were uprooted, languages outlawed, cultures demonized. But Africa did not kneel. From the mountains to the coasts, from the deserts to the forests, Africa resisted. In Ethiopia, Emperor Menelik II read their twisted treaties, trained his army, and crushed the Italians at the Battle of Adwa in 1896, a victory that stunned Europe. In West Africa, Samurai Touré built an empire through trade and tactics, resisting French invasion for 16 years. In Nigeria, Queen Amina had long defended Azau, and in 1900, Ya Asantewa, Queen Mother of the Ashanti, declared, "If the men will not fight, I will." Sheikh Zulu had already revolutionized warfare, his strategies inspiring resistance generations later. In Zimbabwe, the Shona and Ndebele fought. In Algeria, Abdelkader launched years of guerrilla war. And in Angola, Queen Nzinga outwitted the Portuguese with diplomacy and defiance. Resistance lived not just on the battlefield, but in poems, songs, stories, schools, and whispered traditions passed in secret. They tried to erase us, but we remembered. Divide and rule, the empire's silent weapon. When brute force wasn't enough, Europe used division. In Nigeria, the British propped up certain tribes over others. In Rwanda, Belgians created ID cards separating Tutsi from Hutu, artificial lines that later exploded in genocide. In Congo, children were taught to worship their oppressors. In churches, our traditions were labeled evil. In schools, our names, heroes, and histories were erased. We were taught to speak foreign tongues, to serve foreign kings. But even then, resistance simmered. African intellectuals wrote, questioned, and taught in secret. Poets, parents, and prophets carried the flame of truth. Economic theft disguised as civilization. They claimed they came to civilize, but they came to steal. Gold, diamonds, rubber, oil, cocoa, cotton, drained to feed Europe's factories and finance its empires. In Congo, forests became death camps for rubber. In South Africa, black laborers dug for gold they'd never hold. In Ghana, cocoa funded Britain, while locals remained poor. Railroads were built, not to connect towns, but to move resources from mine to port. Taxes had to be paid in money, which could only be earned by working for the colonizers. It was theft disguised as development. The scramble's lingering shadow independence may have come, but the blueprint remained. Borders drawn in Europe still divide families, tribes, and tongues. In some nations, 5 official languages. None are African. Colonial laws still shape our courts. Schools still teach European kings over African heroes. Africa grows what it doesn't eat and eats what it doesn't grow. Our resources build luxury and tech abroad, while our youth remain unemployed at home. And when things break, the world blames Africa, not the system that broke it. But make no mistake, the scramble never truly ended. It just changed its name. Africa remembers. The resistance lives. They tried to bury our heroes, but we remember. From Samurai Touré to Ya Asantewa, from Shaka to Nzinga, from Abdelkader to Funmalayo Ransomakuti, the fight lives on. Some wielded swords, others wielded words. Some built armies, others built schools. Resistance lived in spirit, in the soul of a continent that refused to be broken. Reclaiming our voice, rewriting the story. For centuries, others told Africa's story. They called us backward, primitive, tribes without history. But we were never lost. From Timbuktu to Great Zimbabwe, our history was written in stone, song, and stars. Today, African scholars, filmmakers, artists, and youth are reclaiming what was stolen. We're renaming streets, rewriting textbooks, restoring symbols. The internet is our drumbeat. Diaspora voices echo across borders. We are not just reclaiming land, we are reclaiming identity. Because when you control the story, you control the future. We are more than victims. We are visionaries. We are the descendants of warriors and the keepers of memory. The scramble for Africa took our voice. This time we're taking it back. If this story opened your eyes, expanded your knowledge, or...
Yes, may I tell you, serious story that them take over Africa without firing a bullet. So, I saw it there. School, and that are the team for the night, yeah. May I tell you, why are when African people have to wake up, Louis? How much people have to come say the same thing over and over. All black people I look for is heroes. You know, we don't need no more hero. We have enough hero for survey. forever and ever. We don't need no more hero, but it seems as if that is where we get hung up with. You need somebody to look up to. Yeah, you need somebody to look up to. You see, most of the black people them right now I look up to a man who them don't even know if him did exist or not. Him supposed to come save them. Look how much things we got through already. We should have get saved long time from the ship them a come across the ocean. At that time him should have saved we. But we come across you know, and after 500 years, we still a look for him come save we. Save we from what? And if look where the people them where do we, where them do we. Look down for them situation and condition in the earth. That's serious problem I find myself in now. Serious problem. Is it because I'm black? Originally done by a brother named Sil Johnson. One soul music from in the 60s there. So, Burkina Faso. Them not catch some European guys down there and do some spy work. Yeah. About 4 of them, I think 4 of them. Them capture them go unravel. Where them really come to them, the command of the guys have, as usual, a help. Yes, a help do this and a help do that. And them go find out, say, some spy. Some spy I work for the European them. So, we don't know them are going to try them, or them are going to execute them, but we are going to listen out for here, we really are going to go on with them man there. Because I would like to be in them position. I would never be in them position as a matter of fact. But them very presumptuous. Hey, I was about 20 at time and try get rid of Tuareg, you know, about 20 at time already. Yeah. And, you know, so you have people who go, I wish part him there. I don't even call it in palace or whatsoever. And them sleep down there just to protect him. I don't know joke business, you know. Them sleep, spread up things in the roadside. Sleep down there just to protect him. Yeah, that is how serious them people there is about them leader and about that leader specifically. Yeah. Them no business about bed and thing, no. From him inside there, they want to make sure say no guy, not trying nothing. Yeah, they would have to send a drone down there. Forget rid of him. Yeah, man. We feel good for know, say, the people them rise to that occasion there for say, yes, we have a leader you know, and at all costs, we're going to protect him. Because so much of the ones them will come, they murder them. I mean, we can count them, man. We can count them, all the ones them who they murder. Just to control the wealth and resources and the people of Africa. We take a break. See the video them? When you see the video them on TV, Rasta? You talk about cock up and skin out. When you see the video them, first time, them skin out with clothes on, you know. Now them skin out without clothes on. I wonder if you see where I go on in Jamaica. Yeah, man. You know how much things we give the world, man. How much consciousness, how much understanding of self and thing. Man, them a skin out and a rapper pam pam. Give them rapper pam pam. Look like them want to give everybody them rapper pam pam. And the man, them a juki. I tell you, when we reach this, man, look on all them tune, you know. Our sister sit down and write this to really give her inspiration to the woman them. And you look on the TV, on your YouTube, on your phone, and your what was, and your whatsoever them all call the other one, TikTok. And you see the woman them, and you wonder if them be listen or them hear. Them not listen. Them hear it, but them not listen. Serious thing. And this how they do. And that's over there. I don't even know if time signal there, so no. So I don't even know where I'm going. All right, I'm going to play something there. Don't make no time signal there, so. Here we go now. Here we go.
The National Urban League has recently published its annual report on the state of Black America. The League is one of the oldest research organizations in the Black community, documenting the levels of national oppression and economic exploitation. Its first report was released back in 1976, and it was titled Locked Out, A Message to the Next President, documenting the political and economic struggles that blacks faced at the hands of those who were in the White House and on Wall Street. RT correspondent Ashley Banks gives us insight into what's revealed in the 2016 report.
African Americans remain oppressed and locked out in the U.S. Now, that's according to the National Urban League's recent findings in its annual report on the state of Black America. In 1976, the League released Locked Out, Education, Jobs, and Justice, a message to the next president, which provided evidence to suggest African Americans remain oppressed in the U.S. Now, here we are 40 years later, and despite the fact the first African American president was elected in 2008 and again in 2012, the fundamental problems facing the black population are still unresolved, 151 years after slavery was abolished. The League says overall, African Americans do not have full equality, but only 72% of what whites possess. According to the report, there hasn't been much progress towards economic equality. The black unemployment rate is still twice the rate for whites. Compared to 40 years ago, the income gap has remained unchanged, resting at 60%, and the home ownership rate gap has grown 6%, now standing at 59%. Now, on the other hand, there has been slow progress in reducing the black poverty rate. According to the most recent estimates, the black poverty rate is now 2.4% lower than in 1976. And the League also stated over 1/4 of the African American population remains poverty stricken. The worst state in the U.S. for African American unemployment is Illinois. More specifically, in the city of Chicago, a lot of African Americans are faced with poverty, inequality, and joblessness, giving way to why crime is so high in the city. The Economic Policy Institute conducted a study during the first quarter of 2016. The unemployment rate among blacks living in Illinois was 14.1%. Now that's up from 13.1% during the fourth quarter of 2015. Which was the nation's worst African American unemployment rate. The League's report also provides data that takes a critical look at the lack of progress made during 2 terms of the Obama administration. In 2008 and 2012, African Americans voted overwhelmingly for President Obama, securing his 2 terms in office. The League suggests no matter who is elected to the White House and Congress for 2017, the oppression and exploitation will not go away. In Washington, Ashley Banks, RT.
All of this is racism. But the new racism is to make it look like there is no racism. The new racism is to make it look like there is no racism. That's why Obama was made president. He said he was fighting for a change we can believe in. And that's exactly what you got. Michael Brown, a change you can believe in. Trayvon Martin, a change you can believe in. Worst unemployment rate for black folk in over 30 years, a change you can believe in. Highest dropout rate since the first Bush, a change you can believe in. Because you don't understand white supremacy. You thought voting for Obama meant a change in the American power structure's relationship with the black community. Are you crazy? A change you can believe in. And the saddest thing, what really bothers me about President Obama, he did nothing for black children this whole time he was in office. LGBTQ gave them landmark registration laws. Gay folk got more progress in 5 years under Obama than black folk got in 500. Illegal immigrants, landmark legislation. Latino landmark legislation. White women equal pay act. What did black folks get? Nothing. Just what you deserve. Nothing. Because you don't fall in love with politicians. Big mistake we made. I called it 8 years ago. When Obama get out of office, we're going to be worse off than when he went in because you fallen in love with a politician. That's ignorance. I hope we learned our lesson. You don't fall in love with elected officials. You come to agreements with elected officials, with money and voting power. That's what you do. You use them like they use you. But black folks, politically ignorant as we are, turned it into a religious thing. Voting for Obama became a religious movement. Pastors all across America talking about, yeah, God predicted this. God sent Obama. In the mosque, God sent Obama. I'm tired of it, quite honestly, because we keep letting white folk outthink us. We just keep on letting. They're going to do it again. They say you Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. You go floating again.
Yes. So, after Obama, you have Trump. Trump did it. And trust me, man, him turn it up. In a film, like up 4 years with him did it, 5 years. And now him come forward again, yeah, so wickeder than the first time. So, the black man, him never do nothing more than so. The white man come, him turn it on, now him come back again, and trust me, 10 times 10 times 10, and that's what it there. We don't need no more hero now, we need to stand up, get up, stand up for our rights. And not that we not stand up neither, you know. But somehow we are sit down too much.
The white woman has been the only woman we have had an opportunity to study every day of our life. On television, in every magazine we ever picked up, in every newspaper, on every radio. She's been the only model we have had. And if we think that that's not important, then we need to, look at that again. We have studied that, and we have made up and came up with requirements that the white people have set for us for our man. And if he cannot come up to those requirements, then we have decided that he is impotent and unable to be our man because he's disqualified, because he does not qualify by the standards that the white people have set up. We think a good, successful relationship is one where everything goes our way. The first time it stops going our way, then we got a serious problem. We want our man to do everything we tell him to do, but we don't want to do anything he tells us to do. They have told us that the only provision that the black man is qualified to give us is one of money. And we have made finance the major focus of our relationships with them. We have made the one thing that most of them don't even have be the criteria. We have been taught that if they do not give us money, that we are not to even allow them to be a father to their child. We have been taught that if he does not give us money, that he is not qualified to tell us what to do. We have been taught that if he does not give us money, that he doesn't have any rights in the home. It's whoever is making the money who has the rights. That's not our system. The black man provides more in a black home than just financial support. He provides direction, guidance, gratification, fulfillment, and discipline for our children.
We have to say part of this again now. We have to play back part of that thing. Trust me. We have to play back part of it.
They have told us that the only provision that the black man is qualified to give us is one of money. For our man. And if he cannot come up to those requirements, then we have decided that he is impotent and unable to be our man because he's disqualified, because he does not qualify by the standards that the white people have set up. We think a good, successful relationship is one where everything goes our way. The first time it stops going our way, then we got a serious problem. We want our man to do everything we tell him to do, but we don't want to do anything he tells us to do. They have told us that the only provision that the black man is qualified to give us is one of money. And we have made finance the major focus of our relationships with them. We have made the one thing that most of them don't even have be the criteria. We have been taught that if they do not give us money, that we are not to even allow them to be a father to their child. We have been taught that if he does not give us money, then he is not qualified to tell us what to do. We have been taught that if he does not give us money, that he doesn't have any rights in the home. It's whoever is making the money who has the rights. That's not our system. The black man provides more in a black home than just financial support. He provides direction, guidance, gratification, fulfillment, and discipline for our children.
Yes, I see Rusting. I hope you're not listening. I hope you're not listening.
Stand,
Black attack.
rise, realize.
Yes, Carla, yeah.
Mutabaruka, black attack.
Yeah, man, blessed man.
Blessed love. I want a quick thing. I want to say, I want the media house them in Jamaica. I mean, like IRFM, don't sell out to people. They come with money. I want to buy out all of the station. Then let's say the people will buy TikTok, and them I look for, and then buy CNN, and them I look for buy CNN, and then buy CBS. Is the Israel lobby them the people will buy them media there, you know. Them share the people must see too much things we are going on Gaza and TikTok. The Prime Minister of Israel come out from said that, you know. Him said that, you know. Said him have got control of going on X cars. Elon Musk is a friend. I don't know if you see that clip in there when him have said that. You know? So you know, says a media is a control, information control. Them depend. You know, so I want like IRFM and people like you and Carbon will say, we must always stand firm on the message. I don't think the Prime Minister understands in history, you know, and understands Israel itself, they give South Africa nuclear weapon went there and then they have the apartheid regime in there, you know, and them thing there. And Bob Marley do a tune where say until the philosophy, and Marcus gave words, but war.
I listen words.
Yeah. And I say Ziggy Marley, Bob Marley son, go do concerts for the idea. So I don't know, like a whole heap of we are sleepwalking our own judgment, you know.
Yeah,
so that's my talk for the night. So big up yourself and big up the whole East Kingston, you know.
All right, sir. Yeah, man.
Can't let go. One love and youth them keep the unity, you know, because we need some love amongst one another, because we can't kill off one another for them, you know. We need more people. All right. Big up yourself, Mutabaruka.
Blessed man. Yeah.
Yes, Muta.
Blessed man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Now say, Keir Starmer under pressure, man. You see the digital ID thing where they do video they propose.
Yeah,
my back off, man. Because people across the political divide, irrespective, against this, because this digital ID thing would control your movements. The Home Secretary would be able to stop you from spending your money, travel, and all kind of thing. Totalitarian dictatorship thing, man. People, you know, have been informed about the implications of what it would mean. Total surveillance and control. Slavery business, in other words, you know. So, you must have back off, man, you know. And this is why people have to be informed about what is really, really going on. Because a lot of these politicians, when them come with things, them don't give the real end result of what them want. Them
make the people know say I talk about the Prime Minister of England.
Yes, the Prime Minister
of England. I want to know the name. Them don't know the name, you know.
Starmer. Yes, Keir Starmer, KEIR STARMER. And it's the same way that I and others oppose when Andrew Holness wanted to come with the equivalent called NIDS, NIDS. It's the same type of thing. And where your personal information would be given and sold to private companies who would have access to your most personal details and things. And we know that all of these computer systems can be hacked. They're not foolproof, as you and I know. So all kind of people would hack in and get people most personal information to use to negative reasons and that type of thing, you know. And check this muta. You know, so there's no way in which Keir Starmer or Tony Blair would have looked on Charles III now, or his mother, and talk about, say, them have to go have national ID thing. Me, you know, say that is only meant for the vast majority of people, you know.
The people, not the people.
Yes, exactly. Not for him and them. A dictatorship thing, so we just have to be vigilant because the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. So back with that, we're glad all people arose in Britain, you know, petitions and things, you know. And it's the same way needed Black Sounds and other people against NIDS, which was the equivalent. Some US company did want to have that in Jamaica. And we have to knock out against Andrew and say, none of that, no dictatorship thing. They want to control people, movements, how much money them spend, where them go, them can stop you and that type of thing. For real, you know. And by the way, Muta, Gilbert Sibbles was 100 years old on September 17th, you know. That's Leroy Sibbles' father, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, 100. Him have the same birth strong as our teacher, their technical, Marcus Garvey Jr., who would have been 95 on the 17th of September. But, you know, he died 5 years ago, you know, and thing. Yes. So, Gilbert Sibbles, Leroy Sibbles, king of the reggae baseline father, man. 100 on September 7th. And we wish all of our people long life and prosperity. And
it start get cold up there yet? It start get cold?
Yeah, it start get a bit cold. Not that cold, but the signs start come on. So a few people start using central heating. You know what I mean? Not all the while, but start using central heating a bit, including myself too, you know. And I have to big up my father, you know, my grandfather, you know, because I always remember Theme Earth Strong, which was the 10th of October, and born in 1870 in a content, Manchester, Jamaica. I always have to remember my grandfather, whom I love. And you see, Alan Skillcool, my brethren, Theme funeral is going to be Saturday the 11th.
No, we get the whole itinerary a while ago. I go
yes,
also 12 tribe. 12
but
tribe
I
of
don't
Israel.
see no live streaming thing. I get the itinerary from last week, but I don't see no live streaming details, you know.
Yeah, them are going to have that, man. Them are going to have it.
Yes, them are
especially in the concert, the
yes,
sports center. Them are going to have it.
Yeah, because I am going to make a video for WhatsApp, you know, to do my tribute for Alan, you know, as my school virgin from Campion College, you know, with Sidney Williams and Carlton Hines and Tetrack and thing, you know, for real. And put that out. And you know that the 11th, Saturday the 11th, is also the anniversary of the Morant BA Rebellion, you know, Paul Bogle in 1865, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 1865, the same day. And on Sunday the 12th is African Holocaust Day remembrance that Marcus Garvey Jr., as the 7th President General of his father's UNI and ACL, decreed to be observed in 1992 when he became the 7th President General of the UNI and ACL, the largest Pan-Africanist organization in history, which his father founded. We remember...
No, yes? By the way, I never mentioned, say, me and Tommy Cohen, I got host the thing in the sports center.
The indoor sports center.
Yeah, I mean, and Tommy I got host that.
Tommy Cowan. The Jamaicans. Yeah. That is good, man, you know.
What I don't want to cut you from where you go say about Marcus Garvey Jr. there, you know. You like say something there, like what to say.
Yeah. That in 1992, when he became the 7th President General of his fathers, UNI and ACL, decreed that every 12th of October must be commemorated as African Holocaust Day, because that was the date in 1492 when the murderer boy Christopher Columbus from Genoa, Italy. Yes.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, we're there with you.
Yeah, man. Yes, Muta.
You have 5 minutes here.
Yeah, man. So Marcus Garvey Jr. said not only must we remember every 12th of October as African Holocaust Day to remember our ancestors, but we must acquire military and economic power as Africans to force the European countries and the Arab countries, European Christian countries and the Arab Muslim countries, to pay reparations to us, because we, as the descendants of our African ancestors, are here to collect on their behalf, because their people who got 20 million at the time, which was 40% of the British annual government budget, their descendants benefited from what their wicked ancestors do to our people. So we, you and I, Muta and other Africans, we are here to collect on behalf of our African ancestors.
I hear a man, I see a man in England there, I don't remember. Oh gosh, man, I can't find the article where he might demand how much trillion pounds for the black people in England. You hear about it?
Yes, I have heard of it. Well, it's certainly running to trillions, of course.
Yeah, but I just England they talk about, you know, the whole thing in England they talk about. The blacks in England.
No. But with our thing, that's true. You know what I mean? But you remember Marcus Garvey Jr. did work out and calculate.
He did work it out,
And not at simple interest, but at compound interest, which is more.
Remember, man.
Compound interest. Plus compound interest, you know, and things. So we have to do that, you know. And Muta, you know, I'm telling you, I'm missing Alan Skillcool, Jamaica greatest footballer, so much. And I am glad that you will be one of the persons who will be dealing with the artists in the national indoor arena. And remember that Alan was also a record producer himself too, in his own right, you know what I mean? And thing, you know. And I have to remember myself, of course, who went to Campion College with Alan, Gary Williams from Woodford Park, Purty, Carlton Hines to the group Tetrack, and Undell Sidney Williams from Swallowfield. All of us were at Campion College at the same time in the 60s. But of course, people who go Campion know me, including Alan, as Pele, because Pele was my name, you know, due to football thing. You know. Yeah, man. Yeah. Everybody will hear call me Pele, them know me from Campion College.
You make Alan come play football better than you, man.
Well, not wrong, because we not concentrate on, after a while, the academic thing more than the thing, you know what I mean? I saw it go. I saw it go, man. Alan, man, you know, for real, you know, for bridges. So anyone who call me Pele know me from Campion College. Yeah, man. So
Cherry next name, Cherry.
You get that off my father, because them call him father Cherry Cole. Yeah, man, his father used to work at the government office, printing office at Duke Street, you know. Nice man. Man, we talking mine and no ramp, you know. You know. Yes, the real.
All right, we have to go now. We have to go.
All right, so Muta, keep on with the good work.
Yeah, we are going to.
Every time. Blessed love. Irie.
Precious Princess Black. Yes, El.
Morning, Muta.
Morning, sir.
Quickly, this is something on YouTube where they must say all the African country, let's say all the black country were colonized by these white boys. Them still have to pay them money from the taxpayers, from the people who collect tax from Africa to them.
Which part you see that?
On YouTube.
Okay.
You know, it's true it is, but I can't believe certain things are going on in modern time now, where black people are supposed to be wide open. I was just still, most of us are still under the rock.
Yeah, well, you have to get more than one source to tell you that still, because I don't know, I'm not country where I pay, black country I pay reparation to England here right now. So.
England and France.
Yeah, you have to go get. And what I know is that them just hold on upon some man in a Burkina Faso for plan something against Toure.
Oh,
that is what I know. That is a news out there, and it's a legitimate news.
No surprise, Muta, because anybody way stand up for open black people, them always try to eliminate them, and we just tell it. So the question more after. Obviously, we know France and England, they Bennett and America. We can't send people for get rid of them president. So why is it that everybody send people and get rid of we?
No, why send them go away? In America, for get rid of them and Europe? Why you want to do that?
But when them send people to get rid of we, Muta. I believe in Muta. We believe that. All right? And I know. I don't want them way. But close eyes and read Bible, you know. I leave things to the Lord.
I don't close eyes and read Bible, but you want some African country send assassins in other countries to go kill people?
No, it's a war in a Muta.
No, but
it's a war in a... Because if that guy leave him, you know what attempt make off him? So I want to the past president, the stand up the Pangada for the past president. We know the same thing we are going on in Israel. Sending them on the court to get you the people stand up for them right down there. The same thing I going with black people, Muta.
So you are saying we should have started doing it too?
Eh?
You are saying we should have started the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Muta. I'm going to make no apology about that, Muta. I believe, so look here, human being are here. Now, white people are more than me. So what good for the white people, good for me. Why is it that them alone must live in our riches and them road must pay with gold and we are living in a squalor? Same thing with these pirates we have down here, Muta. I'm going to want to divert. Me personally believe in that. Because if you can come in my country in Africa, come exploit it and take a resource, I want to reach out this good road and good this and we have to buy things so we still are living in a scholar with fly and mosquito power. I don't see that I go on in Europe. I don't see that I go on in France.
You don't see that go on in Europe? I wouldn't put that go on in Europe, man.
Probably since
you want
to go
a certain part of Europe. You want to go to Germany and then people say people are sleeping on the street.
Don't you, Muta, don't you. But when I try to say, Muta, look here, me believe. So if you can't say, you know, much attempt they make after the youth undercover, I give him cologne to poison the youth, so I don't allow the youth. Eh?
So you say no, we should send some thing over there for poison them?
Yeah, because it's an enemy thing. Right. It's an enemy thing, Muta. You don't give enemy my thing. All right. Look on police out there, some Muta.
All right.
I watched 2 videos with a guy named Montague and the other one one from Westmoreland and the same one around down still. I'm here one little idiot. I call JLPFM and say, why the boy I'm going to run from the police? So if in a house, why you should not run from the police? If me pull my door, Mr. Gunman, I'm going to run. Then I justify nothing Muta. I run for my life. You're supposed to see the police them come and you welcome the police them. So my thing is that the guy them don't have nothing where you'd have to attack them like. One of the youth from Westmoreland had 3 police go upstairs and then they unreach Muta. And he asked the man, pull out a jar and take out a gun. Oh, you sit in the jar. Unreach, sure enough. If we're not praying the man, not allow the man for free enough. If we come for a gunman, Muta, I come for a man where accused of something. From me and my present, is it and I'm sure we handcuff him same time. How is it that him have so much free time for them go upstairs for you to pull out a jar to take out a gun? That makes sense. Because black people life no follow nothing out here, US, and the rest of the country. So we have to start something make a boy know so look here. If you give me ice cream, I'll give you back ice cream too. As simple as that. And you watch if it not change. Because anytime you start...
Really, hold on there. You feel, say, if you go in Europe, go assassinate a president, it will change. What will change? They will stop doing it.
Yeah, man, it's a change.
Like what? Change like what? Like what am I going to change?
No, when them start respect black people because them realize...
What kind of respect you say them going to give? What kind of respect you say them going to give them?
Repeat?
What kind of respect them going to give you when we assassinate them president?
No, but Muta, why is it the question, Max? Why is it that them are we?
Because them have a nature that we are there. I don't know if black people have that nature. Nature is something where you're instilling on yourself because somebody did something to you, you know. Now because a man thumping on your face, nature not tell you if you thumping back, you know. And you are decide that.
All right, then Muta, question now. Oh, we will mitigate the problem.
So if a man come in our community now and shut up the place now, you have to find him community and shut up the place too.
No, find the man. No, I don't believe that. Find the man.
No, that me I said. So the man who you go assassinate in Europe now, I know him coming in your country come assassinate somebody, you know.
Am I undercover?
Yeah, so me I say now, a whole heap of them youth get hired to kill people in Jamaica, you know. Different program tomorrow, totally different, you understand? So here we're going to do, we're going to take the last break and then play some more music and take calls, said we. All right, last the 19th, RFM will be there. I will be there, yes, whole day. Usually when we talk about masculine, we are thinking about America. But now we have to think Jamaica. No. Masculine, the police, them go with. I feel laugh when I say that, you know, because believe you me, you see when you have authority, and one of the authority where you have is can hold in your hand to do what you want to do. And you know, say, there's a possibility, more than likely, you will do it and get away with it. It's a serious thing. It's a very, very serious thing. You see that thing? When them gone, anybody will have it feel like they're more powerful, you know. Yeah? You know, a man lick a man car back on a Constant Spring Road only so. Lick the man car back, you know. Because you know them say when time you lick a man from him car back, and you wrong. Because you shouldn't get so near to him, that's when you let him draw sudden breaks. You're not supposed to lick him. You're supposed to be at distance, not to lick him. Well, a man lick a man down there. And a man come out of him car with him gun in him hand and box the brother who drive the car in front of him. Can't believe that. Box the brother. Check out him gun, you know. I mean, the man, there must be a police sorted. The man lick the man in back of him car and jump out of the car, take out him gun and box the other man. Me I tell you, Rasta. And I near the police station too, you know. And near the police station of Constant Spring. Me I tell you, it rough out there. It's rough out there.
Kenyans and the president is being deported. Liu Jiaqi was referred to Kenyans as, quote, poor black smelly monkeys, end of quote. Is being deported this evening. His flight is set to leave the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport at 10:45 p.m. The Ministry of Immigration says he was deported on racism grounds hours after his permit for selling motorcycles was cancelled. The Chinese embassy in Nairobi says that the remarks were personal and do not in any way represent the views of the vast majority of Chinese people.
Ready? Yeah, it's like you are punishing me.
It is a clip that has gone viral on social media. Chinese national identified as Liu Jiaqi hurling insults at Kenyans. In the video captured by an employee at his motorcycle shop in Ruiru, he refers to Kenyans, including President Uhuru Kenyatta, as monkeys.
This is all the Kenyans, like a monkey. Even Uhuru Kenyatta. All of them.
It's like a monkey.
Yeah, sure.
The president of this country.
Yeah, sure.
Liu, who was nicknamed Judge by his employees, brags that there is nothing poor, black, smelly Kenyans can do to him if he fires the employee.
Here.
You don't care.
I don't belong to here. I don't like here. Like a monkey people. I don't like talk with them. Smell is bad, and poor, and foolish, and black. Who like them? Why not the right people, like the American?
Then why are you coming to do business in Kenya if we are poor, we are black, for money?
The government was quick to act. Liu was arrested and his work permit cancelled. Through its Twitter handle, the Immigration Department said Liu Jiaqi, a Chinese national who was arrested due to his racism remarks, has been deported. But the move, it appears, was not good enough if comments on Twitter are anything to go by. In response to the message by the Immigration Department, many are of the view that he should have been arraigned in court. Kimani says he was within our jurisdiction and the crime was committed in Kenya, so why didn't you charge him? Kadungu Kisumba asks, why deport while they jail our people in China? To Eric Barasa, this could be how the Chinese see us. Liu has been working in the country for the past 8 months with 7 other Chinese nationals who were given a permit to sell motorcycles for Sonling Company that has employed 12 Kenyans. Another fact that has angered Kenyans on Twitter is just how he was given a permit to sell motorbikes, something that can be done by Kenyans. In a statement, the Chinese embassy in Nairobi, through its spokesperson, said the personal talk and the personal feeling of this young man does not represent the views of the vast majority of Chinese people. It is not the first time the Chinese have been linked to racism remarks and actions. In July, the Standard exposed the mistreatment and discrimination of Kenyans working for the Standard Gauge Railway, who are not even allowed to share tables with their Chinese counterparts in the restaurant. Kenya and China enjoy good trade relations, but for some of those who interact with the Chinese at a personal level, the relations are totally different. Rita Tinina, KTN News.
You hear that? That is racism. In Kenya, the man taught them something, you know. The China man tell them, you know, so them black and ugly like monkey. And them not care. And him not go to no jail. All them do is just revoke him visa and tell him to go home. Yeah, man, I saw it go. I saw it go. I was stand up here and joke out the thing. They joke out the thing. I don't know, say, them thing they exist in our earth. All we don't know. All we are going, and I go like we don't know. It's a go and we know, but guess what? We are blind right to it. Totally a blind right to it. Here we go.
Now the details. The attorney representing People's National Party caretaker for St. Andrew West Central, Paul Buchanan, filed a claim in the Judicial Review Court today, challenging a recent ruling of the Constitutional Authority. This relates to the results of last month's general election, in which Buchanan lost his seat to Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. Buchanan was seeking to have the results overturned, citing ballot box irregularities, intimidation, and voter suppression among the reasons. However, the Constitutional Authority determined that the matter presented by Buchanan did not satisfy the standard outlined in the Election Petition Act. Buchanan's attorney, Hugh Wildman, told NRFM News that his client is challenging the decision of the Constitutional Authority to refuse his request to refer the matter to the Election Court.
Well, my client filed an application today for judicial review to challenge the decision of the Constituted Authority not to refer the matter to the Election Court, which is the body, which is the court that is supposed to determine whether there was in fact evidence of electoral malpractice to void the election. So that was done today, and so the application is not to be determined by the court.
Attorney at Law Hugh Wildman. Jamaica has become one of the first Caribbean countries to implement clear rules for how artificial intelligence, AI, can be used in its courts. The guidelines were announced by Chief Justice Brian Sykes today. They are designed to ensure that AI enhances justice delivery without undermining fairness, accuracy, or integrity. The rules apply to the Supreme Court, the Revenue Court, High Court, and Circuit Court divisions of the Gun Court. Acknowledging that there is a growing use of AI in the preparation of legal documents, the Chief Justice called for this to be responsible, secure, and transparent to ensure that the integrity of the judicial process is maintained. He noted that there are numerous benefits of generative AI.
Generative AI will enhance efficiency and streamline court operations. It will simplify the preparation of legal submissions, reduce clerical delays, ease the filing process, and support self-represented litigants. Court staff will also use AI to improve document management, case scheduling, and information retrieval, ensuring proceedings are faster, more accurate, and transparent. For ordinary Jamaicans, these changes mean faster access to justice, clearer processes, and a system that works for everyone.
Chief Justice Brian Sykes. The Chief Justice has also urged attorneys to thoroughly review documents done with assistance of AI before submission to courts. 3 divisional councillors have been cited for breaches of the Integrity Commission Act due to failure to file their statutory declarations on time and pay the related fine. They are Keisha Lewis, Roger Curlew, and Ron Hall. Lewis is the councillor for the Lauriston Division, and Curlew is the councillor for the Mount Industry Division, both in the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. They represent the People's National Party, while Hall represents the Jamaica Labour Party and is the councillor for the Red Hills Division in the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. In a report tabled in Parliament yesterday, the Commission pointed out that Lewis and Curlew failed to file 3 statutory declarations for the periods ending December 31, 2019, December 31, 2020, and December 31, 2022. Hall failed to file for only one period, December 31, 2019. The Commission's Director of Corporate Prosecution reviewed the matter and recommended that the 3 councillors be charged for breaching the IC Act. Meantime, People's National Party councillor for the Lauriston Division in St. Catherine has sought to clarify matters related to the filing of her statutory declaration. Ms. Lewis is one of 3 councillors cited by the Integrity Commission for failing to file declarations. In a statement, Ms. Lewis said though her statutory declarations were not filed on time, they were subsequently filed and certified within the time frame given to her by the Commission. Ms. Lewis noted that while a penalty was fixed due to initial delay, she believed that filing within the time frame specified by the Commission's officer would have resolved the matter without adverse action, including the penalty. She added that she did not receive any further communication from the Commission regarding the penalty, which contributed to the current situation. Ms. Lewis said she is addressing the matter to bring it to a close. The first sitting of the Lower House yesterday started the new parliamentary term with contention and cross-aisle banter as both sides argued over the formation and chairmanship of committees. Shortly after Leader of Government Business Floyd Green named the new committee members and chairpersons, the opposition rose to object to the committees being chaired by ministers or state ministers. Opposition leader Mark Golding reiterated the call for the committees to be chaired by opposition members of parliament in keeping with a convention long established under former Prime Minister Bruce Golding. He sought to justify his claim by citing the stipulations of the standing orders.
These sessional select committees should not include among their membership ministers or parliamentary secretaries. It is a fundamental standing order which supports good governance in our democracy. This is not about quibbling whether a question is in fact a statement or you're speaking a bit too long and the sort of things that often engage the speaker at any given point in time in the cut and thrust of parliamentary proceedings. This is about the separation of powers, about accountability in governance, and about how Parliament should have appropriate checks and balances for executive excess. And that is why these sessional committees, which are review and oversight committees, are supposed to be established without the presence of persons from the executive thereon.
Mr. Golden expressed disappointment with the action of the government, adding that the opposition will not support it.
So the government has the majority on the committees, and the government appoints the chairman of the committees. That is the antithesis of oversight. As a member, the newly minted member for Northwest St. Catherine said, that is not an arena of accountability. That is a ring of self-defense for the executive. So it was a strong sense of disappointment that I speak in this debate on this motion. I am extremely alarmed and disappointed that the government is proceeding down this undemocratic path in violation of the standing orders. I urge them to reconsider this, as we will not support this motion.
Opposition leader Mark Golden. In response, Mr. Green said the opposition leader was being selective in which section of the standing orders he cited. Mr. Green also noted that the notion that a parliamentary committee cannot be chaired by a government member is a false one.
There is a fallacy that is paraded around as to whether the committees function better under opposition rule, chairmanship, which was a brief point in our history. And when I looked at the functioning of the committees in relation to how many times they met, it is very hard to discern the difference between when the opposition was in charge of the committees and when the government was in charge of the committees. There are schemes that are outlined in the standing order. The standing order has some committees that it indicates who the chairmanship is. By convention, we have always allowed the opposition to chair the Public Accounts Committee and the PAAC, and that has not changed. Committees like the Production, the Human Resources, the Economy and Production Committee, the Infrastructure Committee are established to ensure that the policy direction of the government is being implemented through its ministries and agencies.
Leader of Government Business in the Lower House, Floyd Green. The Green Paper on the National Policy for Culture, Entertainment and the Creative Economy was tabled in Parliament yesterday. Portfolio Minister Olivia Grange presented the 10-year plan with promises to unlock the full potential of the creative sector through human and economic development.
This Green Paper forward-looking approach places a premium on a just and cohesive society, equity and inclusivity, empowered communities, preservation of our rich heritage, respect for cultural diversity and cultural expressions. The instrument embraces and promotes innovation, as well as the leveraging of frontier technologies that power our creative economy within an ethical framework, and likewise focuses on sustainability and resilience for culture, entertainment, and the creative economy.
Ms. Grange underscored that the creative economy is a significant contributor to the gross domestic product, accounting for 5%.
Jamaica's creative economy is already a significant contributor to national development, generating over 5% of GDP and supporting nearly 3% of employment. This performance places entertainment, culture, and the creative industries alongside tourism, construction, agriculture, and other vital pillars of our economy.
The minister also outlined major plans for the establishment of an institute for cultural practitioners, entertainers, and creatives.
Central to our plan is the establishment of the Institute for Cultural Practitioners, Innovators, Entertainers, and Creatives, which will serve as a center of innovation and excellence with culture and heritage-focused offerings, along with cutting-edge flexible education and professional development opportunities in the wide array of creative disciplines. And this will include the arts, digital technology, archaeology, gastronomy, heritage conservation, and many other creative entrepreneurship. The Institute for Creators and Innovators will provide the full range by leveraging local and international partnerships, envisioned to include our universities and colleges to champion human development.
Minister of Culture and Entertainment Olivia Grange. Jamaica and Barbados have threatened their partnership to advance regional livestock production. The countries held bilateral talks at the 19th Caribbean Week of Agriculture focused on strengthening the region's small ruminant industry, including the expansion of the black-belly sheep program being driven by Barbados. This and other local initiatives form part of Jamaica's broader commitment to revitalizing the livestock industry, expanding small ruminant production, and positioning the country as a leader in sustainable meat production across the Caribbean. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green highlights the efforts to advance the region's drive towards self-sufficiency.
Barbados' efforts to scale regional livestock production align closely with Jamaica's own vision for growth. So we are moving decisively to strengthen our cattle and small ruminant base, improving breeding stock and protect our genetic lines. And I'm happy that together with Minister Ware from Barbados, we're playing a role in advancing our region's collective drive towards greater self-sufficiency and food security.
Agriculture Minister Floyd Green. Jamaica's investment in livestock genetics and research have already begun to yield measurable progress to enhance herd quality and output. The Agriculture Ministry says these advancements complement Barbados' leadership with the black-belly sheep, a breed native to the island and recognized across the Caribbean for its adaptability, meat quality, and regional economic potential. The alignment of both countries' efforts signaled a coordinated regional push to modernize livestock production and create greater value within the agro-food system. In addition to livestock collaboration, Mr. Green and Barbados' Minister of Agriculture, India Ware, agreed to implement a joint youth exchange program under the Regional Youth in Agriculture Strategy to strengthen cooperation in livestock and crop production. It is expected to begin by the fourth quarter of the 2025-2026 financial year. A 17-year-old male was shot and killed in Crooked River, Notta Bay, St. Mary last night. Dead is Raheem Smith, otherwise called Murder of the Community. Reports said at about 10 p.m., gunmen entered a yard and opened fire before escaping in a waiting motor vehicle. When the shooting subsided, Raheem was seen with gunshot wounds. The police were alerted and Raheem was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Residents of Texley and Kingston are calling for members of the Jamaica Defence Force to be deployed to the community to ensure peace and safety. The appeal follows a mass shooting in the area last evening. Police say at about 8:45 p.m., several persons were sitting at the premises in the area when a motor car approached them. The occupants of the vehicle reportedly opened gunfire at the group before driving away. 6 people, including 3 children, were shot and wounded. One resident believes that if soldiers are in the area, the shooting would not have taken place.
If a soldier was here, this wouldn't occur. This wouldn't occur, none at all, because when a soldier here, law and order in place, people know say they're enough to do certain things, so it wouldn't happen. The place just left loose. As we said before, if a soldier were here, that wouldn't happen, none at all. Soldier them need to come back in a place, man, that things can maintain and continue the same way it was, you know, because people get shot now, this get out of hand. No good.
Another resident stressed that the presence of security forces will deter criminals.
If the soldiers them were here like before, right? Everything will be good. When the soldiers them they hear people say them sleep till their light with them door open. So that is a good solution.
Residents of Tex Lane, the Kingston Central Police have pledged to increase their presence in the area to ensure residents' safety. Transport Minister Dar Vaz has expressed sadness at the death of a Jamaica Urban Transit Company JUTC bus driver this morning. Dead is 39-year-old Dwayne Mullins of Salt Pond Gardens in Greater Portmore, St. Catherine. Reports that at about 3:10 a.m., Mullins was driving a JUTC bus along the Salt Pond Road in Dunholden, St. Catherine, when it veered into a ditch. He was pronounced dead at hospital. Mr. Vaz said the JUTC family and the wider transport sector are deeply saddened by the loss. He said Mullins was one of the JUTC's dedicated employees who served the commuting public with professionalism and pride. Vaz said the ministry stands in full solidarity with the JUTC during this difficult time. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KCMC, says it will continue to monitor Trafalgar Park and work closely with residents to reduce the risk of future flood damage. The community was flooded twice following heavy rains last month. Yesterday, members of the KCMC, including City Engineer Xavier Chavans, toured the community to assess damage and help expedite relief efforts. Mr. Chavans explained that the flooding was caused by a blocked drain running through private properties. He said the blockage has been cleared to help prevent a recurrence.
We had the blockage removed so the water could run off freely. After the first flooding, the investigation was still preliminary, and then we have the subsequent rains. So after the second flooding, all the debris were removed and the blockage were removed. We have removed all those debris to ensure that the drainage is running freely to prevent a further reoccurrence. But what we have seen is something that is beyond proper engineering practices, malpractices, whereas there's no access point in the drain for maintenance purposes. So if for any reason the drain will be blocked in the future, there's no way that any personnel can go in to maintain and remove that blockage because there's no access point in this particular property on Braemar Avenue. So we will be reaching out to the property owner to give them the proper advice because they would have gone and done it without our input.
KSAMC City Engineer Xavier Chavans. Meantime, Nadine Thompson, whose home was flooded twice following September rains, said while she remains distressed by the lingering smell and unclean surroundings, she is grateful for the ongoing support from the KSAMC.
They're trying to do what they have to do. I just have to have patience and wait. But in the meantime, I am not comfortable in my house because it's not properly cleaned and everything like that. And the smell is not good at all and all of that. But it's very frustrating. People that came here, including the mayor and people from KCC, and I'm happy about that because at least somebody came. People came. And, you know, whatever they said, it's going forward to see what they can do to help out the situation that I'm in. So I'm grateful for that.
Residents of Trafalgar Park in Kingston, Nadine Thompson. A Kingston family which has been left in financial distress after their teen relative was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes is pleading for assistance. 16-year-old Sonia Smith was diagnosed with disease recently. Her mother, Shanette White, said she has had to stop working since the teen was admitted to the intensive care unit at the University Hospital of the West Indies.
She's in the hospital from the 21st of September, and by the 29th of September, I get a bill for $1 million and odd. And she's not out of it as yet. Said there is more bills to come, and I've been paying a lot of bills like getting medication tested to done, and there's a lot Pampers, a lot of things I have to be buying for her. I'm trying to get donation other places to try to help. I cannot go to work because her conditions. I have to. The home put a lot of strain on me at this present moment.
Noting that her daughter's ill health has put a strain on her resources, Ms. Smith is urging Jamaicans to practice healthy habits.
Her food, I forgot change and she cannot eat like with nothing with high. She may forget air fryer for her. Said really I put a lot of strain on me because I don't have it, none at all. I don't have it. Everything I have, I spend it out in medication. The only thing I can say to people out there, please take care of your health because it really, I get one bill for so much money and I keep looking out again because I know our next bill going to come say, please, as you know out there and you can take care of health, take care of yourself, eat right, exercise and do what you can do.
Mother of Sonia Smith, Shireen White. Those who wish to assist the family may call Miss White at 574-5342.
Think about having your own pharmacy in your backyard, your own natural pharmacy. Then check out today's sponsors, my people. Medicinal Garden Kit. Now, this one will provide you with 10 different powerful herbs that you can plant right in your backyard, my people. And you don't need a lot of space, you just need a little place, my people, for just shove these seeds in the earth and let them grow. In no time, you have some powerful herbs that you can use to empower the health, my people. Remember, your health is your responsible. It's super important to have these things in your backyard, just in case any health crisis attack you, my people. You can run in your backyard and you can put on some tea and you can knock with that quick, my people. Remember, herb is the healing of the nation. So, my people, check out the link in the description for more information about this, where they'll be breaking down all the benefits of these 10 powerful herbal plants that you can have in your backyard. Check it out, my people.
The herbs are for the healing of the nation.